everybody. Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you today? Welcome to Facts of Life with Abbilicious, where the truth is being said or told the way it is. Yes, it's been a while, guys. Sorry, I've just been very busy. Nothing personal to everybody. Thank you for all those that keep sending me messages, consistent, checking up on me and stuff like that. And the program, yes, the program is still live. We're still around, still existing. Hopefully things are going to continue to be that way in Jesus' name. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. I did mention in the advertisement we're talking about. How are you, Joy? Thank you for tuning in. Please find the add button. Can you see that two people face there? Try and see if you can add yourself. Well done, my darling. Thank you so much. Today is all about charity. We are going to be talking about young Daniel Joseph, whose case was brought to my attention when he was told they needed donation for his eyes. Daniel has been unfortunately, he has eye cancer. And there was a lot of... First of all, I want to say thank you to every single person who have taken their time to donate for young Daniel. Jehovah will continue to bless you all. Every little thing is something. So we must be grateful for that. Thank you very much, guys, for continuously supporting the humanitarian and charitable work that we are doing. Thank you very much for your consistent love and affection towards those who have, health issues, social issues, among other things. Well, Daniel is a 6-year-old boy who his situation was very critical. And it's been a lot of outpouring of love and people donating, continuously giving things to young Daniel. And we are live with him, his lovely guardian, Joy, who has been there. His mom's name is also Joy. So we have two Joys. And unfortunately, his dad is unavailable at the moment because of health issues as well. But hopefully, I'm hoping that they'll be able to join me on the program. Or if they can't, then we'll have to do an audio program with them, whereby they will be able to speak out and you can hear their voices. But I can assure you the latest development on Daniel's issue is that he's had a biopsy. And the biopsy, unfortunately, sadly, they had to remove that eye to test it, just to make sure that the eyes, to go and do more further tests. But regardless of that, Daniel still needs our help. It still needs our help, guys, and any form of donations that is going, please, nothing is too small, just to help the little boy. Among other people, there's another girl who we're going to be talking about as well, who's got kidney problems. She's also, I think, 5 or 6. I managed to speak to the mom and the dad. They're in the same hospital as Daniel as well. So, guys, life is too short. Whatever we do, let's be good to one another. And that is the main priority here. Nothing negative, nothing insulting, but to help those who genuinely need the help. So your widow's mite is very important. It's not compulsory for you to donate, but any way you can also help is also appreciated as well. But when it comes to issues like this, unfortunately, the government, I also want to reach out to the Nigerian government as well. You need to do more. Especially when it comes to minority, young children's health issues. There should be some sort of medical facilities that will help these young people. Not that we should then, they are the future generations, and it's not fair for them for health issues to continue to happen to them, whereby the government is not doing anything. Where's the Ministry of Health? Where's the Minister of Health? And you know, unfortunately, Nigerians and among other nations who have, you know, showed outpour of love to help these children like young Daniel, to donate for them, to try and make sure that nothing negative happens to him, among other children. And there's a lot of people with health issues, you know, carrying the burden and nobody to help them. But Daniel has been very fortunate to his case has been very, I mean, for his situation to be out in the public there, for people to be able to help him. How about those that are not as fortunate as Daniel? And so this is the reason why the government needs to do something constructive to help these children, among other health people suffering health issues in Nigeria, whereby, you know, sometimes they even die towards it because there's no medical care, there's no help, and you know, the amount they are being asked just for an operation is absolutely ridiculous. For an average Nigerian who's just still trying to find a way to eat, it is very bad that they cannot even, unfortunately, afford that health, you know, bill. So these things needs to be addressed properly. I'm going to make sure that I get Joy online, and we'll see if we can add them. But if not, it's going to be an audio you know, interview with them. So this is just going to be a quick one to be able to understand how she came about. That's Joy. One is Joy Chidinma, who is actually the Guardian, and then Joy 2 is Joy Anna Joseph, who is the mother of Daniel Joseph. So they are going to be speaking online, but we'll be speaking to the Guardian, Joy Chidinma first. So I'd like you all to please help us to share the program so that, you know, this thing can be for other people to be able to also watch it as well. So I'm going to be calling them. 1 second. Yes, please, any other form of this thing, guys, do not hesitate. Let us help one another. We want to make sure that consistently people are being helped. This is not about just one person. This is an ongoing health issue. This is something that we have to continuously do. You know, life is too short. Hello. How are you? Good evening. Are you able to add yourself? Did you see those two little buttons there?
Yeah, I tried doing that, but I couldn't add myself.
Oh. It's at the bottom. I think you can see it. It will say, let me see if I can invite you. 1 second. Let me see if I'm able to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think I've said, okay, I've done that. Yeah, let's have a look. So maybe you might be able to invite yourself now. Go back on the thing and see, but let's talk. How are you anyway? What is your full name and what role have you played in Daniel's issue?
Okay. My name is Joy Chidinma.
Hello, Joy Chidinma.
I'm the guardian. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm actually the guardian. Like, I've been the guardian, the friend, the sister, the mother, just call it, to Daniel and his mom and their family as a whole. And that's just it.
You're a fantastic person. No, God will continue to bless you. In fact, I'm overwhelmed with your enthusiasm, the way you've carried yourself, your passion, your selflessness, your humanitarian, compassion towards Daniel, among other people as well. I'm not just saying this, but I'm very, very impressed with you, and Jehovah will bless you abundantly. I believe that, these things is when you're doing it out of sheer love and one plain mind, there's a way God tends to elevate the person. So you are elevated in Jesus' name. Yes, I'm listening to you. Yes. So why did you come about the whole thing, and what happened really?
Actually, Daniel is a 6-year-old child, and Daniel is a very vibrant child. So we actually attend the church, like our church together.
Okay.
So in our church, we have about 20 people. Like, it's a small church, so we actually know ourselves.
I see.
So I know her child, I know her family, and I know exactly how her child was before I felt something like a pimples on his eyes. And then I said to my mom, who is the pastor of the church, I said, Mom, this guy has a growth on his eyes because I've gone through surgical case before. So I can actually I was educated to detect, to know that when you have a growth, it's good you capture it or you go for it, you check it out at the initial stage.
Absolutely, yeah.
Serious. So I told my mom, and then we tried reaching out to them, but because of the this is Nigeria, and then there's a norm of sometimes you have to go and pray, and you have to go to this one and that one. So she went that way, and then by the time she came back 6 weeks later,
wow,
his eye have gone extremely bad.
Oh my God.
It was extremely bad. It was 100 times better than the way it was 6 weeks earlier. So that was when we saw that my family, we cried and cried and cried and cried. So we invited the family, the mother, to come to the house so that we can take him to look. And that was how his medical journey, his hospital experience started. So we stayed from Lute kept calling us up and down, up and down, up and down.
Were you able to get in touch with any of the commissioner for health, anybody pertaining to the government from the health sector? Did anybody do anything? Because when his case was brought to my attention, like I said to you, it was something, because there's quite a lot of people's issues that I'm dealing with at the moment, and what really hurt my feelings and even moved me to do this was his age. 1, 2, his eyes was seriously bulging out, and I was worried sick that if this thing is has been said that it's cancer, if it then goes on to the brain, because the eyes, everything, the brain, the nose is all connected, so obviously that would just transfer back to the second eye if care is not taken. And the eyes was bulging out, so the whole thing was quite worrisome. A big shout out to everybody that has been very supportive pertaining to this issue that I reached out on, and they all came out in to do something, and among other people as well who have also contributed, people I don't even know, but I'm really grateful that for Daniel's case, is because the boy is such a fantastic little boy. He's very friendly, very jovial, happy-go-lucky little boy, and for the situation to be to that level, it was very worrying. So then, how did the joining of having to then donate money came about?
It actually came about because when he was at Lute, he kept doing CT scan, doing MIR, doing this. It was so much on my family. We were spending money like wildfire.
Wow.
So when the test came out, when the CT scan came out, that it was retinoblastoma. And then I read up on retinoblastoma, and I knew that it's a very kind of aggressive cancer.
Yeah.
I knew that we needed money at hand, like we need money so that whenever the treatment is starting, when they say get needle, we are getting it in double. When they say we need this, we are getting it in double. So we don't want it to be that we are financially drained or we are having financial constraints to save his life. Because Daniel was supposed to write a scholarship exam before this started. He took this class, so he's a very vibrant and brilliant child. So I wouldn't like to. In fact, missing him, I can't just picture him there.
How is, because I saw, we did a video call earlier on, and have they been able to put a patch on his eyes though? That eye, have they been able to put something there to avoid it?
Actually, no. The doctors, I asked the doctor, the doctor that actually handled his case. They said that he needs his eye open.
Okay.
So that let air or something, so that they don't want it to be patched. That he needs it open like that. But so right now he's always on treatment, like they have to clean the eye every 5 minutes.
Yeah, because the thing is with when you've just, because there's an open sore, and the thing is for me, I don't know, I'm not a medical expertise, that's not my my field, but I know with wounds, leaving it too open can be very risky as well to infection. So it's either you're using salt water or so to dab it to make sure that, because Daniel was saying to me that his eyes is watery, so obviously he's feeling a bit of the stinging and all that. So because it's very soiled, they're just taking it out. I see. Yeah.
There's two different types of biopsy. They can do incisional biopsy, whereby they just create a little incision to just say they can extract fluids from the tumor or growth in a particular place and examine it. Or they do excision. Excision is the process whereby they actually remove all the growths from the tumor or the lesion to examine it.
Okay.
So the biopsy result actually is like, it's just like when you're saying that you're going to primary school and then you're just registering. You've registered, you have not started schooling, you have not started.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Writing exams. That's exactly what he just did right now. He did a biopsy. So from the biopsy result, which will come out in 2 weeks' time,
okay,
we will know if actually what is wrong with him is retinoblastoma or if it's lymphoblastoma or something that the doctor was. In fact, the grammar is just too much. I'm not a medical person,
but you know what? I'm impressed with you. The way you're even saying it, I can't even pronounce it. It's quite it's very medically intense.
I have a very strong passion. Like, yeah, sometimes I read up. Like, I was here 3-4 months ago with a patient who's suffering from lupus.
Yeah, I know lupus. Yes.
It's an incurable disease that affects the blood, the immune system.
Yes.
So I didn't raise funds for her. I took it upon myself. I did everything. I didn't record. In fact, it wasn't on social media in the what way. It wasn't. I was here for 3 months. I did that all by myself. So I've been doing that before without recording. But in Daniel's case, I needed people to understand and to know it and to get involved in it.
It's a good thing, like I said, a lot of people have been, the thing is, when you're doing things like this, I've been doing it now for 20 years, and, consistently trying to help doing humanitarian work, raising funds and stuff like that. It's something I've been doing for such a long time. And one thing I've learned is that, even though I also, donate as well, but the selflessness there is, seeing other people going through health issues or major issues like this, it's quite overwhelming. And especially when a child, especially for a vulnerable child, an elderly person, or somebody with special needs, so the passion is there to be able to continuously help people. If that's who you are by nature, you can't help it. It's inbuilt. And I think, seeing from all the things you've been doing, and, I'm really quite impressed. Is there a way for us to quickly speak to Daniel and his mom, so that we can then, because you're still going to quickly come and tell us, how far is how many more operations does Daniel need to do? And, how is this going to, because people have, genuinely been putting something into his mother's account. And
they have actually. We have actually gone there so far because of their support, their prayers. In fact, some people even came to the hospital to check up on us. Like, that's amazing. Some people came to the hospital even when I was not around. They called me. I gave them the address. They came. They saw Daniel. And they were like, "Wow, I like the work you're doing." Some people have reached out to me and told me, if this is what you really like to do, I would like to support you.
Of course.
To support you to do this.
Of course. Because I think a lot of people like yourself, there's still good people out there. I keep saying this, not everybody is bad. And it's always good that when you meet good people, may we continue to meet the good people, not the bad and the negative people, who will see it as that maybe you're trying to use it to capitalize on his health issues. But people forget one thing. Whoever does that, you always, God will punish you. You cannot be using somebody else's misery to make something of yourself in life. That's totally wrong. And like I keep telling people, if you're going to donate, it's not compulsory. But if you want to do it, don't question whether, oh, are they people, are they 419, are they this? Yes, there's some negative people out there, but there's certain things that you should not even question, especially when the facts and evidence are there. Try and be objective and have a clean mind. Sometimes when you give somebody money and they're not using it, leave them to God. Let God be the judge. You just do your bit, and that is the most important thing. Like I said, that the program will be monitoring what you're doing for Dan, and I'll be very honest. It's been very transparent and sincere. I've not seen anything negative about the work that you have done, and you've been in constant communication. So, and that is very commendable. And I think a lot of Nigerians also need to understand this, that not just Nigerians, people that, even Africans, any minorities, everybody, that once you're doing something for charity, please do not question or ask, oh, these people, is it because they are fake? I don't know the kind of fake individuals that are there, but do your own and leave the rest to God. If you're giving, give from your heart. Don't question. If you don't want to give, nobody is forcing you to. Nobody is begging you to. If these things are something that you do out of the goodness of your heart with sincerity, other people, you can, if you choose to give to some organizations, you are free to. But when things like this are around and we're trying to spoil it or use negativity, it's wrong, because young Daniel needs help among other people. We need to make sure that we are doing our own. We do our own for God. Let God be the judge. There's nothing two ways about it. There shouldn't be any negative, thinking or, oh, maybe that money, whatever they donate, even if they request for 5 million and they end up getting up to 10. The thing is, encouragement of how they will use that money to build themselves up. Because if somebody is in poverty and in the situation that they are in, you want to empower them. You want them to grow. The little you have been a source of guardian angel or inspiration for them. Yes. Okay, we are. Chidinma, I can see you want to join. Cool. Let me approve. Okay, wait. Let me. Are you seeing it? I think somebody has added. Okay, you're about to be added. Hopefully this thing will work, because sometimes the thing has a funny way of behaving. It said, finally, beautiful Chidinma. Beautiful Chichi. Yes, we can. No. Let me quickly, where is Daniel's mom? Let me see. Be worried sick that will not be able to see. What happened again? You disappeared though.
I don't know. I think it's a network or so.
I'm sure it's. Once you go back on it again, maybe you'll be able to show.
Yes, I'm going back on it.
Ask request and I'll quickly add you. The battery of the thing has even gone, because I thought I just go back not too long ago myself. I'm so tired. Let's have a look if we're going to be able to see you. Bele, is that my baby? Daniel. No, I can't. Add yourself again.
Okay, I'm doing that actually. I'm doing that, but it's not responding.
Oh, look at that. Let's see if we can get you back. Should I even be able to? Oh, wait.
I'm trying to get it.
With this thing, it didn't even allow me to.
The network is just acting up.
Can you imagine? I was so excited because I saw the back of Daniel.
Yes, exactly. I've sent you a request. I just sent you a request.
It's not. I've seen it again. No, Father Lord, let this thing work. Hey, if it doesn't work, while I go tell it today. What's wrong with this thing now? Oh, do it again. Wait. I'm adding you.
Yeah.
Are we going? Yes. Hello, Joy. Hi, Daniel. How are you? How are you? You are not sleeping yet. Sorry, I kept you. It was me that kept you now, Abi. Eh? Pele? How are you, Joy? That's Daniel's mom next to Chidinma. Joy, her name is also Joy. So there's Joy Anna, and there's Joy Chidinma, and little Daniel. Why is your face? The thing has gone again. Listen, don't Joy Daniel's mom. You need to be happy, oh. You need to be happy. There's no listen. You must be happy because there's no sorrow in your life. God is doing it for you. So please remove that. That face. You've been smiling since. I've seen that. Don't let anything make you down. God has been bringing people and they'll continue to donate for you guys, okay? So don't even think about it, oh. Eh? We should thank our God that, it's just one eye and it won't be the second one in Jesus' name. So don't even think about it. Are you with me? Eh? Is she there? Please, so I'm begging you, don't, for the sake of Daniel, if you start thinking and you develop high blood pressure before you know what, you don't need it to. Joy, Pele, just be happy. You have to be happy for young Daniel. Daniel, how are you? Don't worry, you soon go back to school, oh. Sure, you know. Let's go back. You will go back to school. Don't worry. Don't mind this thing that keeps cutting. You go back to school in Jesus' name. I'll put you in prayers. The thing will soon finish anyway. So I'm hoping God will do it. We'll continue to argue people. Don't worry. Today not today. We must see my baby's face. So let's see. Daniel. How are you? Fine. Tell your mom to smile for us, so we don't want her looking gloomy anymore. What have you done today? Did you eat good meal? Were you able to eat? Are you taking your medication?
Yeah.
But Daniel, what medication was he given?
Today, Daniel have been he's been on this particular eye drop, like Ciprotic eye and ear drop.
Okay.
That is ciprofloxacin.
Okay.
Ciprofloxacin.
All those see. I bet those are more of antibiotics, isn't it? Yes, it's just to stop the infection.
Will become a doctor.
He said it now. He said it that day. He said, I want to become a doctor. And God will answer your prayers. You will become a doctor, a surgeon. You yourself, you look after other people. Daniel? How is his dad?
His dad is nice. He's fine.
He's fine. Has he come to see him since the operation?
No, his dad is not he's not composed. He's not
But he needs to be composed. Please, when you speak to him, show him this video that I said he needs to be composed. He has to be the man in this matter. He cannot break down. If they are both doing that, what are they doing for Daniel and his the other brother? Is it a boy? Okay, so they don't need to be stressing themselves unnecessarily. They need to both be strong. God is going to do it. And what about the accommodation? Have you been able to? We are still waiting, Abby.
I've not been able to get accommodation for them right now.
Oh, why is that?
I'm not able to get accommodation.
Why?
I'm not able to get accommodation for them right now because I'm financially, will I say, held tight.
Okay, but what about all the donations? Well, the thing is that the donations that Daniel is getting is for his medical something. So I the accommodation. We are trying on our end here. Please, if anybody can give, you know, if you 2-bedroom, please. We don't want anything small. At the moment, they are homeless, and because of Daniel's medical issue, he's still in the hospital. So with the mom, and I think we are still trying to make sure that, you know, Daniel's all the donations you guys have been giving is for the medical this thing. Please, I beg you people, I'm on my knees. Anybody that can, you know, I'm even begging the Nigerian government now, make una do something. They need it, and it's, please do something constructive for these people, because it is not fair. You, my friends, my colleagues, my, you know, associates, you guys need to do something. This is wrong. I mean, we should not be here, you know, begging and asking people to do for young Daniel, among other people that we are trying to help. But please, I'm begging you, anybody needs a good accommodation. We don't want something expensive, because at the moment, both husband and wife are unemployed. They don't have any job. And we need to try and set them up. And the money that is being donated is for the boys' operation. So the mom and the dad still needs to do something. So I'm begging and pleading with people out there, please, anything you guys can do to help them. If it's family, you know, if it's something, just, you know, just for her to be able to do, so that you have a regular income. Please, let us be able to do it for her. You know, Guardian Joy Chidinma has been doing a fantastic job for them, and you know, at the end of, she and her family, and she's also happily married, and you can imagine she has had to leave her own husband to attend to this, and she's doing a great job. So, but you know what, this is all of us. This, you know, we don't know what condition we find ourselves in life, so we must be good to one another. We have to. So if you see, be your brother and your sister suffer, whatever you do in life, be good. May our good continue to be more than our bad. There's no reason why, you know, if there's a way to help her, as you can see, she's a big girl, but unfortunately, you know, the whole situation is overwhelming, and you know, before you know what's going on, God forbid, you know, other health issues start to creep in and stuff like that. So she needs to be strong, and so does the husband as well, to be able to help their children. So if you help one person, you've helped thousands of others who are in this condition. You know, they've been lucky enough to you know, to be able to have their issue out in the public. And so there should be a lot of love, not just for one person, but circulating among others whose issues have not been able to come true. So please, guys, let us try and do what we can. It's not about, you know, this is not for me. I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any. So God that rewards you for your goodness and kindness in life. But like, my prayer is always, may my good continue to be more than my bad, and you know, may my kindness continue to be more than, you know, my wickedness. So, and we must continue to help one another. This is not about this. Is so for everybody out there who is watching this program, please, I beg you, do your bit. It doesn't even have to be Daniel. It could be somebody else. It could, you know, there's so many medical issues out there. Your neighbor, you know, goodness, you know, tomorrow, you don't know where your children is going to go. You don't know where your children's children is going to go. So when you are good in life, God will continue to bless and elevate you, and that's the truth. But if you are wicked and nasty, you badmouth, you're negative, you're evil, you will find, you know, whatever we sow in life we shall reap, whether good or bad. We cannot escape it. So whether you believe that, you know, I'm doing it for this thing, it's your business. But any form of donation, please do it. If you have accommodation, if you cannot donate, if it's to bring cloth for the young boy, if it's to help the mom, please, any form of help, just do it. That's what we are just begging you guys for. Now, let's quickly talk of Osila's case before we round up, because I don't want this thing to cut off when we are talking. Okay. Yes, I'm here. Hello? Hello, Anna. Yes.
Hello, I can hear you.
So tell me, what is happening with Osila's issue?
Um, right now, she's having they said she's having bowel cancer.
Okay.
They said she's having bowel cancer based on the nurses. One of the nurses recommended me to reach my hand of help to her.
Okay.
So right now, I met her dad and the nurse about 30 minutes ago to know exactly what they've done, because I gave them some financial aid yesterday to help them. Adova Oko was here yesterday. Adova Oko was here yesterday. She came with her
Bless
foundation,
her.
with her crew. With her crew, they came here. In fact, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh,
So I
bless.
also introduced Willia to her too. And then she also is interested. She was like, okay, let's see what we can do about it. But right now we are after Daniel. But let's see how we can help her. So she's having bowel cancer. You need to see this child. Like, oh my
Please, can you
God.
show us? Is she there at the moment? I know you send me pictures and videos, but can we see her? You know, so that the audience can see what she quickly looks like, please. If it's possible for you to just, you know, take the camera to her, and then what we'll do is that, you know, how are you? How are you? Bele? Sorry, oh. Sorry. She looks very. Has she been eating at all? That's the mom.
Yes,
please show the face of the mom's face. Let's see the mom's face. Bele. That's the mom there. That's Wosila's mom.
Yeah, that's her grandmom.
Oh, that's her grandmom. Where's her mom?
Her mom is not here presently. Her dad is outside. In fact, she just needs to just see this family. They are actually helpless. They're helpless. They're helpless.
God will do it. God that did Daniel's zone and has done other people's zone will do this one. Guys, my zone is there. Oh, please. I know I don't want to burden anybody with other people's problems, but please, even me, my pocket, this is where my thing goes. Help me. So I'll continue, and you know what? I'll continue to do it. I don't mind starving to help people like this. For me, it is the joy of just trying to do what I can for humanity. And so there's no reason why we should be selfish in life. That's another case, Wosila. We've done a little video of her, but you know, I wanted to make sure that she's also brought life on, you know, for you guys to be able to see her. The young, you know, she has kidney problem and her stomach is protruding. So Wosila's case, I think what we will do is that with Daniel's decision, all the money that is being donated is going into Daniel's mom's account. So maybe eventually it's going to be done on Wosila's case. I want to make sure the authentication of that, the money that is going to be donated will be donated directly to. Who are we going to give it to? Is it going to be the mom, or are you going to be the mom?
Yes, but I will supervise her.
Because this is for the girl. You see, what I don't want to do is that when people start to donate, we don't want people using that money. This is for the children. So we are not as nice as I can be. I can be very, very nice. I don't like people stealing or frauding people. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that money that is being donated must be used for what we have said it should be used for.
Exactly.
So I don't want people taking advantage of these vulnerable children by taking that money and using it for something else.
That's actually my fear.
I don't play when it comes to certain things.
Yeah, that's my fear, actually.
I don't play, and I pray to God Almighty that whatever money that is being donated to help those children, it is used solely for those things. And if there's a bit of it, obviously the family can, you know, the mom and dad, if they are unemployed, they can use that money to build themselves up in order to be able to look after those children. So they don't have liability to the society. If you know what I mean. So any money, we need to have the authentic account details and monitoring who that money actually goes, whose accounts, how money people start to donate for her, so that it won't be that they collect the money, the operation that they're supposed to do, and they're not going to do it. Then they start to give it direct. Please, I beg you, because a lot of good people are out there who are genuinely giving. But what they don't want is people taking that money and using it for something else. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
So please, I know I spoke to the dad. I saw the dad as well. This thing we spoke that was it not yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, that was just
issue with schools is still there, but have they done any operation for Wosilat?
No, Wosilat is scheduled for an operation. The family is helpless, like they are helpless. They don't have money to do tests. They've not really done definite tests on her. They've not done chest X-ray. They've not done all sorts. Like they've not done anything on her, and she's suffering. She's really, really suffering. Wosilat is actually suffering. Like you need to see this child.
How much?
You need to see this child.
How much is our own operation now? How much is it?
From the look of things, I was trying to assess to get to know exactly the test that she was asked to do and how much it is. From what I had a particular test she's supposed to do is 40,000. She's having about test of about 100 and something thousand naira. That is excluding money for her surgery and then all that. They said she's supposed to undergo surgery. So we have to first get the test done to ascertain if what is wrong with her is also what they said. That they said that she's likely having bowel cancer. So we need to ascertain if what they actually
because
thinking.
of the body. But you know what? There's some. I'm being told that there's some treatments being given for cancer. It's cancer month. And I know there's a lot of work. I'll try and see if I can get in touch with some few people and see how they can also help her. I know, what's her name that we spoke to, but there's another doctor that I know that I might speak to and see what he can do or who he can recommend to try and see how they can help. But the stomach is just big. And it's very worrying that if the thing is not wow.
She's suffering, like I felt like she's suffering. This child is suffering so bad. She's suffering. She's suffering. She needs help. She really needs help. She needs help. She needs help. This child needs help.
It's please. What? Maybe you send me all the account details of the person they can donate, or you can write the account details of who they can donate the money to on this thing here. What I would do is that, because we're still trying to get, we don't want to overwhelm people with too much of donations, but anybody out there, I'm begging you, if you can donate, please, I'm begging you. Wosilat needs your help also. And, as you can hear from the situation that she's going through, we need to make sure that we help her. Please, I beg you. This girl, because there was a video, somebody sent me a video of another lady who needed dialysis. There's quite a lot I've been getting lately, and I'm only trying to do my best. Please, not that even for my own donations, the whole thing I just read, this is what one has to do to help others. So for everybody out there that is watching this program, I beg you, please let us help these children. There's so many of them like that out there who needs help. Their parents cannot do anything. They're helpless. They don't have a job. So please let us try. But you know what, Chidinma, where is Daniel? Let me see him one more time before we go.
Okay.
So that
Daniel is actually.
Daniel is sleeping. Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel.
I got him busy.
Go and sleep. I know it's late. It's past your bedtime.
Exactly.
It's past your bedtime, man.
Yes, ma. Thank you.
They shouldn't keep it open like this. I don't like when they left this boy's eyes open like this. It's not nice. I don't like the way they've left it open. Is it pain? Is paining him now? So what?
Yes.
Are they giving him some medication?
Yes, he's on painkillers. He's on painkillers. He's on treatment. He's on dressing. In fact, I don't just know, but they've been. As you can see me now, I'm out. My husband is somewhere else, so I've been trying to get the whole help
He's
and
a good man.
assistance.
No, your husband is a good man. He married a good woman. He married the best. If not because you are married yourself, I would have got you by one of my brothers to marry you a good girl.
No, my husband. No, he knows.
Listen, he has to appreciate you. He must value you, and I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. You know, you're a good lady, and I really appreciate you myself
Like,
for all the fantastic.
I will like to use.
This thing was not cut to Otikot. Anyway, guys, we have to go. See, there's so much I'm inundated with you know, a lot of this issues. I beg you all to please, whatever you can give. It doesn't matter whether it's 5,000 naira, 1,000. Just do. It's, you know, whatever we do in life, it is God that rewards us. You understand? Let us try and be good to one another, because whatever we sow, we shall all reap. So, and you can see these children, you know, they are going through a lot. And unfortunately, they are helpless. They are at the stage in their life, they should be playing around, hanging around with other children, but they cannot do that because of their condition. And, you know, everybody in life is prone to health issues. You cannot escape it. And if you are lucky that you are healthy and happy, be nice to people. Don't think that you are better than anybody because you don't know what condition and situation you find yourself. You don't know. It could be your child. It could be, you know, it could be your grandchild. So don't look at other people and think you're better than them. Let us be humble and nice to one another, because humility cannot be bought in the market. It is inbuilt. And when you have the fear of God in you, believe you me, there are certain things you will not do. And you always want to be compassionate towards other people. So for me, this is another way of begging every one of you to please donate towards Daniel and Wasilat. As you can see, for what we've been told, Wasilat has not even been able to do her test. They are just there in the hospital. So medication-wise, we are just occupying the bed. Hello, darlings. How are you guys? Please, go and open your piggy bank and put something for Wasilat and Daniel. I beg. Those are my little babies as well, you know. So let us try and help people. Let's do good. And I think Joy.
Ma?
No, I'm talking to Joy, Daniel's mom. She looks
okay.
Stop thinking. I'm telling you, stop thinking. You don't want to put high blood pressure on top of what is going on. You must be a mother to your children in Jesus' name. Nobody is going to be a mother to them. So you have to be very strong. Okay? God is doing it. You don't even need it. You have to be very, very strong. You have to be very, very strong, please. So don't look down or miserable or something. Just be praising God. God that has made you see the journey to this level, He will not let anything negative happen to you. Are you getting my point? So be focused. Just be prayerful. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not just saying this for the sake of saying this, but you know, just continue to pray, continue to, you know, root for the person. You've got a very brilliant boy there. And the last thing you need is to see your son, you know, deteriorate. So nothing will happen to Daniel in Jesus' name. The God that has removed the cancer, this thing from his eyes, by God's grace, they will give you good news about it. They are not going to say the thing has spread. So let's just wish well. But he's still going to do more operation from what I've been told. So we'll continue to, any little thing anybody is giving, God will continue to do it. You understand? At least it's very lucky that his thing is out in the open, and anybody that wants to help, they should be allowed to help him. This is not about anybody trying to hijack this. Daniel is for everybody to help, among others, like Wosilat as well. So any other person, please let us go and help them. This is about helping vulnerable children and adults that unfortunately that are in a situation that they themselves can obey because of the family that they can be on their own control. Anyway, guys, it is good always to come on the show and talk about this. Please, your donations are still needed. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. I'm sure that Fukayo or Bobo. Anyway, thank you all for tuning into Facts of Life with Abbilicious. Chidinma, I will continue to pray for you. Jehovah will continue to bless you.
Amen.
Your selflessness will be rewarded abundantly. You shall not be put to shame or for the good that you are doing. Nobody will do bad for you.
Amen.
And everybody else that is donating, thank you all for donating. Thank you all. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support towards Facts of Life with Abbilicious humanitarian charitable work. We are doing it and will continue to do it in Jesus' name. Nothing will deter us, nothing will stop us. And anything for a good cause and to support selfless acts, we'll continue to showcase it. So Wosilat also, I will let you guys know about that details. And then I'll post it out as well so that people can donate if they want to, or they can give, do their own little bit. I mean, anything that is needed, they'll be able to do. How old is Wosilat?
She's 6 years.
God will heal her. She won't die. At this stage of life, when they are that age, God will just, But is she eating at all? Is she able to eat?
She's just maybe small or something. I don't know.
Just everything now, but you know what? We'll sort something out. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Time is going and the battery is low. Thank you so much. Where is Daddy Bobo? How are you? Bye, Daddy. Daddy Bobo. Bye. My future doctor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now. Is he Daniel?
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. Let me find something to eat. My stomach is making noise here. I'm not eating. So I just got back. I've got to go to bed today, so
thank you, ma. Thank you. God bless you. We are really happy. I'm really happy that you gave us the opportunity to be on your program.
It's okay. It's okay.
The support, we thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
It's all right, my darling. Well, at least I've done my we will continue to do it and make sure that people are donating and everything, okay?
Yeah,
I will still keep in touch behind closed doors, so don't worry.
Okay,
we'll be giving the public, will be up, telling them what's going on, talking about a lot of things and updating them on the issue. So any other thing we'll let you know. Okay?
Okay, ma.
Bye,
yeah, thank
guys.
You, ma.
Take care.
Thank you, ma.
Bye.